What's going on? Welcome back to Fanatic Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down what's moving it higher, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 2.75% so far pre-market, and there is a couple of different attributing factors. One is its technical, so I'll go over that in a second and some key levels to really watch for today. Secondly, though, is this right here, so the registration numbers. And I know some people don't like the fact that this data itself can move NIO, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think generally this is good. NIO 2,500, so a nice 30-something% increase week over week from the 1,900 from last week. And this is all ending the week ending February the 23rd. Onvo is 1,400. So nice improvements on both fronts. So let me know your viewpoint on that in the comments below. And then as a byproduct of all this, though, you do have shorts returning 445,000 shares pre-market. And my crazy thinking, as per usual, whenever shorts are returning pre-market, that does mean that they are pretty much going to ease off on NIO throughout the whole day, because it is the pre-market and during the first hour that they are the most active. Then they usually kind of just sit back and don't really do all that much. But if they are returning pre-market, it essentially means NIO is free to run up. No, aside from the registration numbers, there isn't any news associated to NIO, so no official news, no SEC filings. They should be announcing most likely their earnings fairly soon, so it is estimated to be within most likely the next week or so, so just kind of be aware for that. But options, that's also going to play a somewhat big part going forward. And so ultimately, based on the call options that was done yesterday, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 5 to 550. And then the bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly 4. So definitely there's a lot more upside still anticipated, but with it as well for the week ending right here, February the 28th, at that $5 strike price, you have 36,000 in open interest, and then 26,000 at that 450. So going forward today, you should see a little bit of a resistance level linked to options at that 450, as well as 5 in the next couple of trading days if it does get there to the roughly that $5 range. So just be aware of that, because market makers and shorts have a financial interest in ensuring that NIO doesn't really get above these levels. So again, something just to keep in mind. But aside from that, with that $4.49, it is gaining some pretty good momentum. So yesterday was just more of a one-off consolidation and just a lot of negativity in the broader market, but it was able to fight and get above this pivot point of $4.41. So that's going to be for the rest of today and the next couple of trading days, the good support level. And then following the next step and target is going to be $4.76. Quickly looking over here, no new analyst ratings, nothing along those lines. But as of right now, $4.36 is that 50-day moving average. So similarly, it was able to fight and get above that. So today seems to be another day that it wants to push higher. So yesterday was just simply consolidation. And so yeah, ultimately just watch for that $4.78 range. So that's going to be that next resistance from the fib levels, and then $4.75 and $4.81, very tight knit for the most part. That is the 100 and 200 day moving averages. So if NIO is able to at least break and at least touch that, that is huge steps on a technical level. And then most likely it'll the following day just burst above that, because it will have broken that super trend. So that does mean that you'll have algorithmic trading really working on your side. So it's very, very easy for NIO to move up when you have algorithmic trading. So this green line right here, the super trend indicator, so that's when you have algos really buying it up and really helping to push the underlying stock higher. So it's so much easier for NIO to really move up, and very fast as well when you have that on your side. So that could be potentially touched in the next little bit. So yeah, I think things are finally getting real. Let me know your viewpoint on that. Stochastic RSI is rather overbought, so the first sign of weakness associated to NIO, or let's say the broader market, you could see some volatility link to all that. So let me know your viewpoint on NIO. Are you buying the dip? Are you selling? What's your general thoughts, for instance, on the registration numbers that did come out? Do you think that's good enough to really commit and buy more, or do you think that this is just, do you believe that this data is just unjustified? And again, some people don't really like the fact that any stock can move based on this, and I think NIO and just Chinese EVs are in a very unique circumstance that they actually do get news every week. Many other stocks out there don't get jack all, so I don't know, it's kind of a good thing if you ask me. Let me know your viewpoint on NIO. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing, pop over to my Discord, completely free. A lot of good people, a lot of good chat, talking about options, stocks, crypto, everything that floats your boat. So definitely pop over there. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.